The Goldfish Bowl was on a sideboard in the reception area of a modern scientific research institute in an industrial estate on the outskirts of Guildford. It was a stereotypical goldfish bowl with a 30-centimetre circumference and a height of 24 centimetres. There was a wide opening at the top, as if the top of the sphere had been sheared off. The base of the sphere was flattened, allowing the bowl to rest securely on a flat surface. It contained approximately 5 litres of clean water and had a generous amount of shockingly pink gravel at the bottom, which had an almost otherworldly luminous quality to it. It had the effect of causing visitors waiting in the reception area to stare at it as the seconds ticked down to an interview or a meeting with any of the hundreds of people that worked there. In the centre of the bowl was a small painted plastic ornament in the form of a wreckage of a World War II fighter plane, which to the eye of anyone with a passing interest in military aviation history could easily be identified as a crude rendition of a Spitfire. One of the wings was smashed and it was covered in some sort of moss or seaweed, clearly designed to create the impression that the craft had been under the sea for a very long time. The fish that circled the ornament looked, for all intents and purposes, just like any other goldfish. However, there was something very different about this particular fish. It had recently come to the realization that it was, in fact, a higher form of consciousness trapped in a Piscine vessel, endlessly circling the plastic replica of a crashed World War II fighter plane, in a world with clearly and smoothly defined curving edges. What sort of a plane was it? He, for he was unquestionably a male fish, began to study the plastic model in more detail as he swished past, swimming closer and closer, his orange scales shimmering in the fluorescent glow of the ceiling lights. He paused to absorb all the information he could from the decals applied to it. There was no pilot inside the cockpit. Was this because the pilot of the plane had ejected before the burning fuselage had plunged beneath the waves?